Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. For those new viewers, I'm Nova, currently residing in the US on a K1 visa from the Philippines since November 2023. I am making videos related to K1 and adjustment of status processes. Just a disclaimer that I have no affiliation with USCIS or any agency. The content is solely based on my personal journey. I hope you find this video informative and beneficial. For today's video, guys, I'm going to share with you how to complete the affidavit of support under Section 213A of the INA. This is the form I-864, expires January 31st, 2026, and the edition, guys, is 12/8/2021. All right. So first thing to do, guys, how to get this form. So go into your browser and just type I-864. So the first result, guys, will be from the USIS. So just click this one. And then you can see the documents here, guys, where you want to download. So the form I-864 and then also the instruction. So you can also download. For the edition date, guys, make sure to read this one so that you will know that the form that you have is updated. So here it's 12 or December 8, 2021 E. We will also accept the December 8, 2021 edition. You can find the edition date at the bottom of the page on the form and instruction. So make sure you check on this, guys. Make sure that it is updated because sometimes or from time to time they will update the form. For this one, guys, so where to file? You can go here, guys. Click the USCIS lockbox filing location. So you can find it here, guys. The states and the address on where you want to send your packet. So in my case, from California, my lockbox is in Chicago. So this will be the address. So mine, guys, is I send it to USPS. So this will be the address. But for those who want to use FedEx, UPS, DHL deliveries, then this will be the address. Make sure you have the right address. And then next, guys, is checklist or required initial evidence. So you just read here, guys, the checklist for the evidence, required evidence. I'm also gonna share with you on another video on what are the documents that I've attached on my I-864. So this I-864, guys, you have to file this together with your I-485 because that will be your other supporting documents for the adjustment of status, which is the affidavit of support. And then for filing tips, special instruction, and related links, you can always check it on the uscis.gov and see other information, guys. All right, so let's proceed now on how to complete the affidavit of support under Section 213A of the INA or the Form I-864. So this first part, guys, of the box is for USCIS use only, so just leave that blank. And then the next box is to be completed by an attorney or accredited representative, if any. So they'll be the one to complete this one. So in my case, I am applying for myself. I don't have any representative or lawyer or anything. So I just completed it myself or your husband. So start here, type or print in black ink. So part one, guys, basis for filing affidavits of support. So here is I, name. I'm the sponsor of the submitting this affidavit of support because, so the name here, guys, would be your petitioner, which is your husband or your wife. So whoever the American citizen or who is supporting you in the US will be on this box or on this name. And then here you select what type of sponsor. So in my case, my husband selected the I am the petitioner. I filed or I'm filing for the immigration of my relative. So here, note, if you are filing this form as a sponsor, you must include proof of your U.S. citizenship, U.S. national status, or lawful permanent resident status. So make sure the one who filing this one is your sponsor or your petitioner. Part 2, information about the principal immigrant. So the principal here, guys, will be you as the beneficiary. So let's say your family name Smith, given name April, and middle name is Reyes. And then mailing address, in care of name, you can put your name here or your husband's name, and then the street number and name, apartment, suite, or floor if there is any, city or town, state, zip code, and then the country. Other information, citizenship of a country of citizenship or nationality. So I put here Philippines, date of birth, alien registration number. You can get this on your know what to, and then a USCIS online account number, if any. So we don't have any online account yet, so just leave it blank. So daytime phone number. So this one, guys, put your phone number, or if you have an updated phone number. Then part 3, information about the immigrants you are sponsoring. So this one, I am sponsoring the principal immigrant name in part 2. If you are the one being sponsored, so just select yes, or read other stuff here, guys, which is applicable. Then family member 1. This one is if you are sponsoring a family member, other family member, not the one for the part 2. So you can add it here. So since in my case, I'm only one being sponsored, so I just put an A, guys. Also here, an A. And then part 3, information about the immigrants you are sponsoring. So enter the total number of immigrants you are sponsoring on this affidavit, which includes the principal immigrant listed in part 2, any immigrants listed in part 3, item 1 dash 28, and if applicable, any immigrants listed for discretion in Part 11, additional information. Do not count the principal immigrant if you are only sponsoring family members entering more than 6 months after the principal immigrant. So this one, guys, since I'm only alone, so just put 1. Then Part 4, information about you as a sponsor or the petitioner. So sponsor full name, for example, Smith, given name John, middle name Doe. So sponsors mailing address. So just put in care name, your husband's name or your wife's name, and then street number, apartment, suite, or floor if there is any, city or town, state, zip code, and then the country. And then this one is your country. If is your current mailing address same as your physical address? And on my case, I just put yes. If no, guys, you can click no, and then put the sponsor's physical address here. This one, guys, mine is yes, so automatic. It was grayed out. And then other information, country of domicile, USA, date of birth, city or town of birth, state and province of birth, country of birth, and then the social security number. It is required, guys, so the sponsor should put the social security number. Then here, citizenship or residency. So my husband is a U.S. citizen, so we select the I am a U.S. citizen. So sponsors a number, if any. So it doesn't have any, so just leave it blank. Sponsors UICS online account number, none as well, so we leave it blank. So military service to be completed by petitioner sponsors only. So I am currently active duty in U.S. Armed Forces or U.S. Coast Guard, so we answered no. Since we answered no, since my husband is not in the army, so we just select no. But if your husband or your partner is a in the armed forces or in the army, then you can select yes. Then part 5, sponsors household size. So do not count any member of your household more than one. So the person you are sponsoring in this affidavit, so provide the number you're entering part 3, item number 29. So this one, guys, is 1. Then person not sponsored in the affidavit. So the one that's not included is yourself. So the sponsor, so just 1. So total households, guys, is 2, since we are only 2. And then part 6, employment and sponsors employment income and income. So I'm currently, so here my case is self-employed, so we put the occupation. And then current individual annual income. So this is just an example, guys. So the annual income will be like 40,000. Then income you are using from any other person, he is counted in your household size, including in certain conditions. The intending immigrant, see Form I-864 instruction. Please indicate name, relationship, and income. So I think this one, guys, is if you have co-sponsor, like for example, the current annual income is below the poverty line, because they have a poverty line for the income, right? So I'm not sure how much is it. I think below like 24,000, or probably like that, around that, guys, for two households. So if it's below 20, I mean, if it's above, like the minimum is 24, around 24,000. So if it's below that, guys, so the income will be below the poverty line. So you need to have a co-sponsor for the affidavit of support. Make sure that not only the petitioner can sponsor the beneficiary, but also the co-sponsor in case, like, the income is not enough for them. And then here, guys, in our case, we just put an A. And then here, continuation for part 6. This one is automatic for the number 20. And then for 21, 22, I just leave it blank because this is not applicable for us. And then for federal income tax return information, have you filed a federal income tax return for each of the 3 most recent tax? For this one, guys, we answered no, because there are actually a year that we haven't filed yet. So note, you must attach a photocopy or transcript of your federal income tax return for only the most recent tax year. For the 23B, optional, I have attached a copy of transcript of my federal income tax return for my second and third most recent tax year. So this one, guys, we check it because on the tax income, guys, or the ITR, or the IRS tax transcript, we only have the 2021 and 2022 that we have submitted, the latest. So here, my total income. So we put here tax year, and then so we actually missing 2022. For 2023, not yet filed, since I think you can file it on April. No, this April. So this was not yet filed, the 2023. So we only submitted 2021 and 2020. And of course, guys, we got an RFE here, or they requested for an initial evidence. So they requested for the recent tax transcript. So that one, guys, we just actually received the RFE last Saturday or Friday. So right now we haven't responded back yet. So we will see what we can actually submit for that RFE, and then I'll let you know if I can make another video of that as well. Part 7, guys, use of the asset to supplement income. So for your income or the total income of you and your household, part 6, exceed the federal poverty guidelines for your household size, so you are not required to complete this part 7. Skip to the part 8. So your assets optional. So we just add here, guys, for more evidence. So enter the balance of all your saving and checking accounts. So for example, guys, this is just an example. So let's say 50,000 is the balance. Then enter the net cash value of your real estate holdings. So this one, guys, what we actually did is the mortgage of my the total amount that he paid for the mortgage. That's the one that he put it here for this one as an example. So net value means current assets, assessed value minus mortgage debt. We actually included this one. And then it's like the total amount that you have paid for the mortgage or something. So that's kind of like included as your like asset or something. So enter the net cash value of your stocks, bonds, certificates, or deposit, and any other assets not related included in the one and two. So this one, guys, if your partner has like in stocks or assets in stocks or whatnot, then you can include it here. And the total, guys, this will be automatic be totaled. And then here, assets from Form 1864, Part 4 item number 3D for relative names. So if you have a relative, guys, that you have the cost sponsor, then you could also add it here if they have. So in my case, guys, I didn't put any because we don't have a co-sponsor. And then part 7, continuation for the use of asset to supplement income. So total value of assets, this is also automatic, added here. And then part 8, sponsors contract statement, contract information, declaration, certification, and signature. So here, just read the instruction or the contract, guys. So they are aware the purpose of this I-864 and what will be their role. So it's also here, guys, is provide the intended immigration any support necessary to maintain him or her at an income that is at least 125% of the federal poverty guidelines for his or her household size, 100% if you are the petitioner sponsor and on active duty in U.S. Armed Forces or U.S. Coast Guard, and the person is your husband, wife, or unmarried child under 21 years of age. So you can actually check, guys, which is the federal poverty line. So make sure that it is, to make it sure, guys, it should be like 125% or more from the federal poverty guidelines. So another here, information or the obligation, what would be their obligation as the sponsor here. So make sure that they have read this one. And then sponsor statement. So they have to select a box. So this one, I can read and understand English, and I have read and understand every question, instruction is affidavit, and my answer to every question. So this is the one that we selected. And then sponsor contact information. So put the sponsor contact information and then the email address. And then sponsor declaration and certification. This one, they have to read this one. So I won't read it again, guys, because it's long. So make sure that the sponsor is aware as well. And then sponsor signature, it should be signed in black ink, guys. It should be the real one, not the digital one, because once it's digital, they will actually return your application. And then part 9, guys, the interpreter's contact information, certification, and signature. So we don't have any, guys, so we just put an A. So same here, guys, all the interpreters information, contact information, and mailing address, we just leave it blank. And then part 10, contact information, declaration, and signature for person preparing this affidavit, if other than the sponsor. So I think this is for the preparer's name for, but we don't have a preparer, guys. We prepare it ourselves, so we just put it in A. So all the preparer information here, whatnot, we just leave it blank. And then part 11, additional information. If you have any other information, guys, that you wanted to add and can't be fit to the other pages, then you can add it here. All right. So that's it, guys, for the affidavit of support form, or the form I-864. If you do have questions, feel free to comment down below, and I will try my best to answer all your questions. And see you on my next vlog. Bye for now. Don't wanna be, ooh, wanna be.